even assigned here?
What? You mean you've been here for 2 months and now you're asking?
Yeah, I just thought it was a side gig since you don't seem to be taking this seriously.
What do you mean?
You're carrying a shotgun on a very high up outpost where we have been here for months.
Shotguns are great for long range. What do you...
Yeah, maybe 50 decades ago, man, but that isn't how they're designed now.
Well, that's just
What was that?
probably just a teen from the insurrectionists. I'll deal with it.
Insurrectionist? Who even says that? Just say rebel.
See, there's your problem. You get into these semantics.
Oh!
What was that? Hello? Anyone there? Hello?
In 2008, the worst tragedy happened. I was born! But earlier, in the year of 2007, hope was finalized. Halo 3, an instant success. I couldn't play for a while, but I have a decent memory of playing this game on my 360. Halo 3 and Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary were my only experience of what a Halo was. I mean, I had the collector's version of Halo 2, but it was only a documentary, so you're gonna need a brief summary. Basically, it starts with humans fleeing an alien species called the Covenant. They find something called a Halo beam, things made to wipe out everything in a radius. So they destroy it. Second game, we find out that Covenant worships these weapons and everything made by a species known as the Forerunners. But they were completely just wiped out, and the Covenants themselves are controlled by the Prophets. The elites get removed from the Covenant, making them an ally to the humans. The humans realize that the Arch is on Earth. Master Chief gets on a Covenant ship that's heading to Earth, and now you're caught up. Let's talk about the marketing behind Halo 3, because I think it's an interesting thing. Halo 2 sold 125 million within only 24 hours. With this information, the marketing team knew that they needed to focus on broader audience, since fans of Halo would be already sold on the sequel. So they had to make a broader approach to show off Halo 3 itself. In 2006, they announced it, and then during the Super Bowl 2007, Starry Night played, which also played during December 2006, but that doesn't matter. The next biggest thing was the Believe campaign, one of the biggest things of this marketing. These videos take place years after the events of Halo 3. These live-action shot videos were shot with people who fought with the Chief and recount their trauma and belief in Master Chief. These videos would also show miniatures, replicas, and locations of past fights. The last video mentions the Chief's grave, implying his death. Another tidbit I like from this video is the mention that Spartans cannot be KIA.
No Spartan could be listed as KIA. They could only be listed as MIA, missing. So it could be said that no Spartan was ever killed in combat. So the ceremony was tribute more than a burial.
Okay, I'm gonna just speed things up here because I don't think you need every detail, everything. So let me just speed you up here. There was a public beta test with multiplayer. There was also an ARG website like the known I Like Bees, but this one was called Iris and followed it AI. There was also a lot of promotions with Mountain Dew, 7-Eleven Slurpees, Burger King, and the Zune. Alright, no more marketing. Now time for the real thing. Halo 3. This game's story really is my favorite thing from Halo itself. Yeah, I think Halo Reach has the best story, but this game ends the Master Chief story very nicely. Now I need to talk about some main aspects of the story, like the Covenant and how the elite hierarchies work inside of it. So, the Covenant is a religious military group who worships the Forerunners and their items. The Covenant contains multiple species like the Grunts, Brutes, prophets, and most well known, the elites. The prophets and the elites started the Covenant while the others were found or forced into it. The elites were pushed out of the Covenant, making the brutes the second in command by Halo 3. So the Flood themselves are an ancient species who was trapped in the Halo rings by the Forerunners, who used the rings to wipe out themselves and the Flood. After being released, the Flood played more of a background role in the story. Even in Halo 3, they only became a true enemy when the last prophet is killed. The Gravemind is the highest of the Flood. You can see it planning, but it's still like a wild animal. Now to explain the Halo itself, something the game is named after, but the Halo rings were made to capture the Flood and end them. It was only 7 installations. The Covenant would worship these 7 rings for their great journey. Now the Covenant thinks that they need all 7 rings. The Covenant thinks that they need all 7 rings to be lit. So they have to use an ark to make the rings after the first one gets destroyed. So the whole game takes place on Earth, where a portal to the ark was put on. It starts with Chief falling, with Cortana talking to him in short instances. You get these moments throughout the start of the game. This is because she was stuck in the Covenant ship with the Flood. She says in the instance that she chose Master Chief. Anyways, the Marines and Johnson find him and check on him. Master Chief finds out that the elites are allies. They repel the Covenant and find out the Covenant's plan. Later, the Flood crashes the High Charity into Earth, and the Chief fights the infection. Chief saves Cortana. The elites decide to glass the area to contain them. The UNSC and the elites go into the Ark, and then they get wiped out, leaving only Johnson. The reason they even keep Johnson alive is because they need a human to activate the Ark and the rings. The Flood itself builds itself into the ring. The Arbiter and the Master Chief find the Prophet, and the Arbiter kills him. After the Flood helps them, they later attack like animals. So Chief and the Arbiter go into the Ark and try to destroy the ring with the Flood inside. But this would destroy the Ark itself. Johnson attempts to do this, but is killed by this Wheatley look-alike. Guilty Spark then attacks Chief and tells him that he is Forerunner, meaning that he is a descendant of them, meaning that humans are descendants of Forerunners. Now this is a cool reveal that's later ruined by later games by 343 or Halo Studios. You know, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Master Chief kills this blue-eyed machine. Anyways, they go with the plan, destroy the Ark, but as they leave, the ship only half makes it. The portal closes on Master Chief and Cortana, and they have to be left in the middle of nowhere. So the Chief takes a nap, and Cortana just sits there. The end. Okay, that was a lot of the story, so let me come to a conclusion. Since I'm writing this at 10 p.m. on, Tuesday, which is due tomorrow, and I'm also recording this on Tuesday at 11:50. So yeah, I need to get this done. Fun fact of the day. Also, hi Golson, if you actually listened to my video. Halo 3 was a highlight of the Xbox 360, and it is always in my mind. I mean, it does so much. It's the last Bungie story in order, really. It has the best combat. It made machinima. In a way, not counting Red vs. Blue. Do not get me started on Red vs. Blue. So, yeah, Halo 3 is my all-time favorite video game. It gives me joy every time I play this game's campaign or play the multiplayer. So, Keynote, basically, Halo 3 and Bungie peaked at Halo 3, in my opinion. More of the story, I like Halo 3. Even if it's so yellow, like why? Yellow.